So, back on the weekly videos. This is weekly video number 8. For those of you who follow the channel, you'll see that I've had a couple of weeks off of the weekly videos. The week before last was Semana Blanca, so it was half term for the kids, so I was away from the office, and we took a holiday in Lanzarote. Excuse me, I've got a terrible cold coming. I think I brought Lanzarote flu back with me. And I wasn't able to do the weekly update from there, just simply because the internet wouldn't run our editing software and wouldn't upload, and I just gave up in the end. And then this week I had all good intentions of doing it, but as you can imagine, after getting, last week, as you can imagine, after getting back from holiday, super busy, and just didn't get round to it. So here we are a couple of weeks off, but anyway, it's always good to have a break, isn't it? And we're back with our 8th weekly update, and I'll continue doing the weekly updates from here on in. I've put a structure together actually for these weekly updates, and I'm open to suggestions to have a structure other stuff as well, but I've got the special offer, which I'm going around always talking to people, trying to get stuff. Doesn't happen every week, but anyway, you never know. I've got Chris's emails, which we always go through, see what I've got interesting stuff going through my emails and things that have been sent by clients. I've added a section which is called What Have We Been Eating, because I like food. That's one of my favourite pastimes in Spain. We've got YouTube comments, shout-outs if we've got any shout-outs for our clients. A lot of the shout-outs actually come with the email review, and then only in Spain. So yeah, that's our weekly review. So let's get started. As Scats would say in this show, with no further ado. So, what have we got here? So let's start off with, this is something I just wanted to tell you about, with the problems with the notifications coming from the governments at the moment. Now, I don't know why they're messing about with the system, but if this is generally happening to us with the NLV renewals, that we submit on behalf of a client the renewal, which means that when the notification comes through electronically to your online platform using your digital certificate, you can download it, which normally means that the client gets a notification, or will get the notification on their behalf, and they can download it, or we can download it. Now, because people don't generally use their digital certificates or have their notifications alerts on, we'll get the notification, we'll download it, and then we'll inform our client, basically. But lately, oh dear, terrible. People's approvals have been coming through, but they haven't been sending them to us. They send them directly to the client, and then the client might not have a digital certificate, and then we're chasing around. We had one where we got the notification through, and but no one could find the document. It hadn't been uploaded, so we contacted immigration. Eventually they uploaded it, and they didn't even notify us, they notified the client. So because we do status checks on it, which again aren't always 100%, but we check those once a week, and either the client or us gets a notification, we should always catch it. But at the moment they've been a bit wobbly on their feet, the government, in getting these through to us. But I have noticed that they've been updating the system quite a bit, so that might be. So if you have got a renewal going through, don't worry, we'll be on top of it with us. If you're doing your own renewal, just keep an eye on your Carpet de Ciudadano in your digital certificate to make sure that you've not missed any notifications. This was a comment from talking about London BLS now, from one of our clients. They said it was a little bit chaotic in there, but I think that was due to the weather now, trying to get everybody in. Everybody at the moment who's coming out of London is saying how chaotic it is when you get to that office. Remember, when you go there, have your paperwork in order, and they put you behind a standing desk, which is quite high, so you can't see what's happening over the other side. I believe that's probably done on purpose. London seems to be quite a chaotic place to be going at the moment in the BLS office. That's the feedback that we're getting. So this is now, I have to thank our client Neil, who now has his visa. Yay! And when he sent this email, he hadn't. But Neil has been coming up with some ideas, and I can't appreciate it enough, because you wouldn't believe how quick the days go here in the office, and I don't always get time to actually do content or think of content or write structured notes. And this content that we get out there hopefully helps people who are going through the NLV process. But we are a business, and it does help people to find us and contact us and decide if they're going to use our services or not. Okay, so give me any ideas to say things really is great, and it helps. So I just appreciate this, Neil. And he's got a few questions that he's seen raised in the Facebook groups. Again, I'm not active on Facebook that much. I do our posts on our business page, and you'll see that sometimes they can be a bit random as well because it's only me managing it. I don't go in the groups that much because we don't have our own group. People find us through YouTube and through recommendation, so we don't need our own group, and it would be too much to manage, and I'll be neglecting what I have to do with our clients if I was there all day on Facebook. On YouTube. I am all day on YouTube, aren't I? So any comments and questions you see on Facebook, if you think it's worth a shout, just put them below in the comments of this video. Drop me an email to chris@upsticks.es. And Neil has asked 3 points. Does the NLV give you unlimited access to the Schengen, i.e. 9180? No, it doesn't give you unlimited access to Schengen outside of Spain. Evidently, you can stay in Spain, and you're limited to the amount of time you can spend outside of Spain once on a non-lucrative visa, if you want to stay on a non-lucrative visa and finally get your permanent residence at the end of it. And then you have to respect the 9180 in any other Schengen country if you leave. So I would have to do the same. I have residency in Spain, but I couldn't, because I've got residency in Spain, I couldn't surpass my 90 days in another Schengen country. Number 2, does visiting neighbouring countries affect your 10-month in the 5 years out of Spain and NLV allowance? Yes, it does. And I had a subsequent question to this asked by another client who said, well, if we're driving, how would they know how many days we are out of the country? Because there's no border. It's borderless. You could literally drive from here to Germany, I believe, and there's no borders stopping you anywhere. I've been to Portugal various times. I have no clue. Well, I do know, actually, how they would know. The answer to that is I don't know how the government internal systems are within tracking their clients. I do know what they ask us when we do the renewals is they ask us to send copies of the passports. If there's no stamps reflected on those passports, how would they know? I don't know. Maybe maybe when they ask for the bank accounts, because places like Granada ask for 12-month bank accounts if you're using money from a bank account in Spain. And places like Alicante are actually happy just with an actual balance certificate and don't ask to see any movements. Maybe there's number plate recognitions. Definitely at the border in Portugal, I can tell you, you're supposed to go there and register, so you pay your tolls. There's no actual tolls. You go and pay through the camera system. So yeah, the answer is I wish I knew exactly how they track people with outside of seeing the copy of the passport, but you know, you have to, if you want to, don't risk it. It's not, you know, if you have an extended holiday outside of Spain, just, if you want to continue with your NLV, stick within the 10 months out in the 5 years, with a maximum of 6 months at any time. Do you still need a UK passport to travel by car or plane into other European countries? Yes, you do. Your passport's your travel document. And even within Spain, I've always used my passport to travel within Spain. In theory, I think I should be able to use my TA card. Never tried it though. But always, when travelling, it's always a good idea to keep your passport. And number 4, on another matter, many UK banks are now closing expats' accounts if they don't have a UK residential address. This could cause problems for receiving pensions, etc. Do you have any thoughts or expert advice that could advise on other options? Offshore bank accounts or Revolut, Wise, similar online accounts that allows easy transfer and currency exchanges. Right. Yes, so we always say it's a good idea to have a high street account here in Spain, because having a high street account means that if you are going through things like renewals, you can always get the documents that you need to achieve, because unfortunately a lot of the time they have to be stamped, which means having a branch still helps. But what's the online versus the branch? Well, if you've got a branch here, Santander, Sabadell, BBVA, they always try and flog you something to open an account. And no doubt, as a non-resident, there'll be some sort of charge. As a resident, normally there isn't, but you have to meet a minimum required amount of money going in on a monthly basis or deposited in that account. Versus the online accounts, which generally don't try and flog you anything when you first sign up with them, but maybe might not be able to give you the documents you need when it comes to doing renewals. Revolut and Wise, I don't have any personal experience with Wise. Lots of clients happy with Wise that I deal with. Revolut, I do use Revolut both on a personal and business front to receive money from clients, but we use Sabadell as our main high street and business banking, and I also use that as a personal bank as well. But Revolut we use more for our interactions maybe with family. So maybe somebody will send us a few pounds or euros for the kids and stuff like that, and Revolut works really well for that. If you fancy, I don't think it's the best cryptocurrency broker, but there's a very easy cryptocurrency platform there if you're into that kind of thing. So Revolut I've never had a problem with, and they've never tried to sell me anything, and it's always worked very well. Well, they only once tried to sell me a metal card, which I bought, and it was rubbish. I don't know why I bought it, but it looked quite nice. But yeah, that wasn't a good buy, really, because the card just faded after a day. As for currencies exchange, we always recommend Currencies Direct. At Upsticks, we're working with them for a couple of years. And I've got the link below to our affiliate marketing, so if you use them through that link, we actually get paid a commission from that, which is all legal, above board. They give us an invoice and we declare that, and we use that source of income we use just for the promotional material. And there's also other companies which are really good. We've got one that part of our business first network, which is Lumon. And Lara, actually from Upsticks Drives, works with them, with her clients. And also I have to give a shout to Money Corp from the business networking group in Mijas. John, who's there in Local Mijas, again, always had good reports. So yeah, I mean, it's who you choose, but those seem to be the main three that people use for currency transfer. And I know that Scats has got his own company as well that he works with. It's just checking that these companies are registered correctly. Okay, so what else have we got for our weekly updates? And that was from Neil. Oh, and Neil had another question. And another question for your weekly is, can you do voluntary work on an NLV? That's a very, very, very good question, Neil. Right. Yes. Now, you can voluntarily work, but that's not an excuse to go and work and get cash in your hand. Because if there was, how would someone know that you're working in Spain? Well, they may know if you're in anywhere doing some work and there's a work inspection and someone comes in. We've had them here in this office block before. Luckily, not at our door. We'll say luckily, it doesn't matter. We've got the paperwork in order. But they come and they ask for contracts. They ask to see all sorts of things. And if they find that someone's working illegally, you then get reported. If you were to take up willingly knowing taking up a job and the person who gave you that job registered you with the social security and you come to do a renewal and say, hang on a minute, you're working, you've got social security registration here, then you would be denied your renewal in an NLV. Voluntary work, yes, but you can't just rock up and say, I'm going to work for free. It would have to be, we would always advise that it's with a registered charity and that they would be able to register you as a volunteer. And that may include registering the timetable that you are there. All right, so it'd be interesting if anybody watches this or anybody knows about the charities in Spain. It's not something that is my forte that I know about. Is once you are a registered charity, maybe you have a shop, how do you declare the volunteers who are going to be in your shop? I'm assuming you can't just have somebody rock up, stick them behind the counter. Like everything, I imagine there's insurances and there's declarations involved to prove, or maybe they have to have some form of ID to prove that you are actually working. So yeah, no, you can do voluntary work as long as it's registered and you can prove that you are a volunteer. Okay then, so let's move on to our next section. So our next section is what have we been eating? Okay then, so the next section is what we've been eating. And by the way, I meant to say that we have got at the end of this a giveaway coming. I'm not going to tell you till the end because this giveaway is it's huge. It's huge-ish. It's on the level with the magnets. I'm telling you now, it's on level with the magnets. So yeah, check it out. So you've got to wait to the end. This is my hook for you to watch the whole video instead of fast forwarding it. But yeah, what have we been eating? So check this picture out. Oh, excuse me. So this was in Puerto del Carmen. We're at a lovely restaurant down there on the port. and we tried, as a treat for our holiday, the lobster rice. Now, this is something that for birthdays and Christmas we quite often do, if it's a special occasion. We will, everywhere we go, we like to try and find either the arroz de carabineros or the lobster rice, because you can really tell the quality of the food if they know how to do a good one. This particular restaurant had fresh lobsters, which made for a very, 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 should I say, different flavour to the dish. I have to be honest. The first thing we noticed, because they're fresh lobsters in the restaurant, was that the lobster that they used, we had a rice for 2 people, which easily fed 3 adults, and had a little bit left over for the kids as well. And they had their own food. My daughter loves clams, believe it or not. And you can see it was fantastic, really good. So it's called arroz de bogavante caldoso. Arroz caldoso de bogavante, either or. Definitely try it. It ranges between 25 to 35 euros per person, but I can tell you, you might think, wow, that's 70 euros for a paella. That's really expensive. Yeah, but normally you say at least feed 3 people. You definitely don't need to get 1 per person. You'd have to get a double. And then we've got here another way to check out if a restaurant knows what they're actually doing is the way they set out the table. Check this out. So if you actually get the proper tools that you're going to need to eat this kind of rice, then you know you're okay. We went to one here in Malaga and we ordered it, and they didn't have a clue. They didn't even give us the little pick things to get the meat out of the lobster. And when I asked for it, they looked to be gone out. So yeah, that's what we've been eating. That's the one dish. Very, very nice. This, I have to say, got a 10 out of 10 from me. It really did. Now let's move on to our YouTube comments, which I really should have had prepared for you, but I haven't. But I can get that up pretty quickly. This recording is actually being completed just before we go online with Scats for our weekly updates, our fortnightly lives. Okay, so quickly look at our YouTube comments. I haven't. Oh, wait a minute. All of our YouTube comments. We've got just a couple. 5 days ago, if I have a savings in a UK bank, obviously in sterling, what is the rate used to convert this to euros? Well, that's a good question. The consulate doesn't have a set exchange rate that they publish that they use. But we always advise to avoid, in the avoidance of doubt and confusion, if possible, put the minimum amount in euros at EPREM, in pounds, to match the euros. So if they say 36,000, have 36,000 pounds. We all know that's a lot more, but the numbers sort of add up. So if there's a fluctuation, or a violent fluctuation within the euro and the pound zone, we know that 36,000 pounds is always going to match 36,000 euros. That's our general advice. If you can do it, and to be honest with you, if you're going to be coming to live in Spain, you probably need a little bit extra anyway. If you're looking at your monthly, then that could be quite complicated, because some people do get to like 2,700, 2,800 pounds a month in a couple, and you need 3,000 euros, and if you do the exchange rate, it meets that. And on those circumstances, when we have to do an exchange, we always use a website called XE, I think it is, and write a letter and explain exactly what is the exchange rate on the day that they're going and what they're presenting. So far, we haven't had a problem with that, but they certainly don't publish the way that they do the exchanges behind the scenes. There's another one from Yogi. Hey Yogi, great short video. Just so you're aware, I'm visiting Scats on the 11th of March, which is Monday, I believe. So I'm hopefully going to go and see Scats and Yogi. That'd be nice if I can. But Monday's always a bit of a problem for me. Very, very busy day, but let's see if I can escape. And this from Kev, just to confirm. 898 Kev, just confirm we have to register the S1, the medical centre in Spain, get proof of S1 being registered, and produce this at the visa application interview. Is this correct, please? Not going to answer that, because I've done a whole video on that, and I'm going to put the links below for you which answers that. Okay, inheritance tax has this changed in Spain and Andalusia. We don't get involved in inheritance tax issues, but let's see if we can get somebody on to talk about that. And I had a couple of comments on my Netflix video that I did where I got in trouble for standing. I sometimes push the boat out with the police stations as well. You shouldn't really record outside of police stations, so make sure we never get anything that could really incriminate us and endangering the forces or anything. But the Netflix thing, it's not. I can stand where I like. I was really annoyed with that. It's if they decide to film in a public domain, you know, we're all there and we can film them. Surely, I don't know. I can't see anything against it. If you're no different to me, please let me know. But I'd love to know that. And then our ePrem 2024 video, which I'm going to put a link below as well. That is going really, really well. That has got, how many views have we got on that? Nearly 900 views on that at the moment. Last year's ePrem video went well. It's been shut off 724. Come on, let's push the views up for that. Okay, so our shout outs. What have we got with our shout outs today? Well, we have got some shout outs. First of all, I would like to shout out Anthony Kez, who sent me this fantastic peas. I don't think you see it with our thing. Peas and fluff. Look at that. Peas and fluff. This is obviously one of Scats's favourite sayings. And just a funny little pea thing. And I thought it was really nice. It made me laugh. Happy peas. That is going home for my daughter now, though, I have to say, because she loves cuddly toys and everything that is soft. So thank you for that. There we go. Lovely to get presents from our YouTube fans. Obviously, we met a couple of years ago at Christmas and we had an amazing meal, I have to say, and lots of fun up there in Compita. So, and hopefully we'll be meeting up very soon here in Malaga. That's the plan. Who else we got shout outs for? Julie, Ian and Emma. When I was in Lanzarote, I bumped into, would you believe, at the bingo, I bumped into some of our clients. An absolutely lovely family, and we had a great chat, and there was everybody having a few beers as well. So I apologise if I was very lively, but I was excited. We were having a great time. We won the bingo as well, which was good. And it was lovely to see them, and there's a quick selfie of us together. There you go. I said I'm making a conscious effort to get out and about this year and meet more of our clients. Now for our Only in Spain section, yeah, this was something. Check this article out, and this was, I picked this up off of the YouTube channel Spain Speaks. Stuart there does a great job. He gave us a couple of shout outs as well, so well done to that. But some people don't say don't like his comments, but they look at it and think, maybe that his opinions are different. I think he's great, I really do, because anybody who voices opinion like that, and in lockdown, don't forget where he's coming from with his channel. He really kept a lot of people going and informed, and keeps it. What I like about his channel is he keeps it very, very, very simple. It's easy to understand, and when you're looking at it, you're thinking, oh, that's great, but when you actually go into the world and looking at the Spanish news, there's bits all over the place. It's crazy. So I actually listen to his channel a lot just to be up to date with a lot of stuff. And this one I got from there, and it's about Yolanda Diaz saying that she wants to bring the closing times in Spain in line with the rest of Europe, because it's crazy to have restaurants open at 1 o'clock in the morning. Get out of Madrid and go and buy an apartment that's not above a bar, because this will probably come from there. What on earth are you talking about? That is exactly what makes Spain. The fact that people have siestas and they go out to eat at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and in the summer we sit out till 1 o'clock in the morning and eat very slowly and chat, and it's all part of the culture. I don't know where it's crazy. If I've embraced it in summer, it's far too hot before 9, 10 o'clock to be sat eating at 8 o'clock out. You can't sit on a terrace and eat at 8 o'clock because it's still too warm here in Andalusia. You need to come to Andalusia. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, trying to close early. And apart from the fact that haven't the restaurants suffered enough in lockdown and COVID, and now it's thriving again, and it's such a hard industry. Sometimes I look at these restaurants and I think, how the hell do they make any money? And the people who work there, it's brutal. It's absolutely brutal, on their feet all day long, running up and down. And I hold so much respect for waiters and people who work in restaurants, especially in business tourist areas and even in local areas like where we live. So closing at 1 o'clock in the morning, most ridiculous thing. I'm going to share my opinion on that. Ridiculous. Okay, so and last but not least, what are we giving away? Well, we have got a video coming out this week, actually, with me on Monster Radio when I was there, with Jessica, who's also not only my sister-in-law, she's our Upsticks appointment specialist there on the island. She goes and meets our clients when they need to register their visas. And she does karaoke, bit of a local celeb over there and an entertainer. And she's also a Monster Radio DJ. And there is exclusive Monster Radio stickers. Now look at these bad boys. Okay, check this out. Now these are exclusive. All right, I think there was only about 10,000 made. No, I'm joking. There was less than that. And Steve Wells, who is also a big DJ over there, who also looked after us when we were over there. So big shout out to Steve as well. Gave me 10 of these for our clients to give away. Okay, so here we go. Get it close to you. Now these are bumper stickers, car stickers, which I think Upsticks should really get as well. But what I want you to do is, if you want one of these stickers, please put in the comments below. All right, in the comments below your how did we do it last time? That's right. Comment below sticker, and I will give you an email address. Excuse me, to email your address to post it out to. I'm sorry if you have emailed or won a magnet in the past. Then please just do it again, because I didn't keep control of the emails. I just literally, as the emails came in, posted the magnet out. Let us know if you got your magnets, because I did post all the magnets out to people, and in theory we're not really supposed to post out magnets to the UK, but they get through as a letter. So let me know if you got your magnets, and if you want an exclusive Monster Radio sticker from Lanzarote, give me a shout. Now these normally cost €1 each. All right, we've got 10 to give away. But when you do get it, I want you to stick it on your car and show me a photo of your car and where it is, because that's what Monster Radio do. And then we're going to send it to them, and we're going to tell them this is how far we got a sticker. So I want to see how far we can get a sticker. How many can we get one of these up to the north of the UK or somewhere in the UK? Can we get one to the other side of the world, maybe, and get a photo with one of these stickers miles away? Let's see. Should Upsticks do stickers and do the same? Who knows? But anyway, put in the comments below sticker, and I will give you the email address for you to email your address to, and we will post it out to you. Right, guys, thanks for watching our weekly update. There won't be any more breaks for a while yet. We might have a little one in the summer, but we'll see you soon. Thanks. If you like our channel, please subscribe. If you want to get in touch, then you can book a call on our website, or drop an email to support@upsticks.es. Remember, if you are emailing in, the more information, the better that you give us, because if you're coming, say, in 2026, then we might be booking a call a little bit later and bringing the more urgent ones forward. So the more you send us, the better. My advice would be get a call booked in, put as much information as you can on there, and if we can bring it forward and we need to, we will do. If not, wait for the date, and you'll be speaking to myself or Jane. We give you 20-minute free calls. We're sorry at the moment they're running in April at the moment, but hey, it's best to get it booked in, and if we can adjust it, we will do. All right. And yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, and look out for more content which is coming out on the channel this week.